In previous session, we had discussed about air, that what is the composition of air, how does oxygen become available to plants and animals that are living in water and soil, how is the oxygen in atmosphere replaced, what are the uses of air, and about the air pollution. Now in today's session, we will discuss about chapter 16 of your science textbook, that is garbage in, garbage out. First of all, let's take a view on the topics we will discuss here. So in this chapter, you will learn about dealing with garbage, biodegradable and non-biodegradable materials, waste products, agencies responsible for cleanliness, free RS rule, and about plastic that are boon or curse. So starting with introduction. What are garbage or what are the waste materials? Waste materials or rubbish, especially household wastage, are called the garbage. It is called kooda in Hindi. We peel off many fruits and vegetables before eating or cooking them. Sometimes we cook food also remains unused in our homes and it is called leftover food. So the peels of fruits and vegetables, leftover cooked food and fallen leaves of potted plants are thrown away as a garbage. We also tear off various kind of papers including those from your notebooks and throw them into dustbin. So the waste paper also generate garbage. In every household, some old or unwanted useless plastic objects are there. In plastic polythene bags, plastic bottles and containers, broken plastic toys, etc. keep on collecting, which are ultimately thrown as a garbage. So when people get off from a bus, they throw the bus tickets on the road. Some people eat groundnuts and throw their shells in buses, trains and other public places. Whereas others throw banana skins on the road. Every time we throw away things, we are producing garbage. In fact, we are generating mountains of garbage every day. So if garbage is not removed from our homes and surroundings regularly, our homes and surroundings will become dirty. Some of the garbage that like leftover food will rot, giving off foul smells. The rotting garbage will become the breeding ground for disease causing organisms like cockroach, flies, mosquitoes, and they will spread disease. Now the question is how to deal with garbage, or what are the methods to deal with garbage? See, the garbage has two types of components in it, useful components and non-useful components. So those things present in garbage which can be converted into useful products that can be recycled or reused are called useful components. Means the piece of fruit and vegetables, leftover cooked food and fallen leaves, they can be converted into compost. And the used paper, plastic, glass, metal articles, they can be recycled or reused. So they are considered into useful components. Now about non-useful component. Those things present in garbage which can neither be used in any way, not recycle or reuse. So they are called non-useful components. The non-useful components are separated out and spread over the landfills and covered with the layer of soil. And once the landfill is completely full, it is usually converted into park or a playground. Okay. Now next is about biodegradable and non-biodegradable materials, garbage or waste. So the part of garbage which can rot or decompose in nature to form harmless substance, they are called biodegradable. All the garbage from plants, that is fruit, vegetable peels, leftover food, leaves, paper, cotton, jute, and from animals like wool, silk, leather, cow dung, they are biodegradable. And biodegradable garbage is also known as organic waste. On the other hand, the part of garbage which does not decompose in nature is called non-biodegradable garbage. That garbage which consists of plastic, glass, metal object, they are non-biodegradable. Okay. So getting rid of non-biodegradable parts of garbage is a problem because it does not rot or decay when buried in the soil, and if we burn it, it gives the poisonous gases. Okay. So depending upon the types of waste, municipalities provide separate dustbin for collecting two kinds of garbage. Usually one color is blue and the other is green. The green dustbin is for collecting kitchen waste or the other plant and animal waste which can be used to make compost. And the blue dustbin, it is for collecting the waste material like plastic, glass object, metal articles which can be recycled or used again. Okay, so these are the two colors, different colors of bins that are used. Now about waste. You know that the people produce a large number of waste products. Some of them are gaseous waste like carbon dioxide, some are liquid waste like sewage, and the other are solid waste like paper, plastic, glass, clothes, broken shoes, steel, junk car. So the solid waste is called refuse, and if refuse does not dispose properly, it looks ugly, smell foul, and attract the animals that spread diseases. So we have to find the proper disposal of waste products. See, disposal, getting rid of waste materials is termed as the disposal. So these are the methods we used for a disposal of solid waste: landfills, incineration, waste compactation, biogas generation, composting, and vermicomposting. Okay. See, in landfills involve three methods. Basically, three methods. First is open dumping, second is sanitary landfills, and third is composting. What includes in open dumping? As the name refers, in open dumping, the waste is thrown open to decay, and it is a poor method to waste disposal. When the waste is exposed, it rots and smells foul. It provides home for many animals that spread diseases, and if we waste it, if we burn it, it will cause smoke and foul smell in the air. So the second method is sanitary landfills. In this, it causes the little damage to environment. Deep trenches are dug at the place away from the residential areas, and the waste are covered with the earth each day, means that soil. And the cover the earth prevent insect from getting into the refuse. And when it become the field, then it is converted into park. Okay. Third method is composting. The rotted plant and animals waste used as a manure for growing plants. Okay, this method is called compost. That the rotted plant and animals waste used as a manure for growing plants. Now in villages, people use compost pit. Now how compost pits are formed? They are prepared deep pits in the ground. People throw wastes like peels of vegetables, fruit, waste food, tea leaves. And when the pit is filled completely, it is closed. Now after a few months, the waste get decomposed, and the decomposed matter is used as a manure. Now the rotting and conversion of some materials into manure, this process is called composting. Clear? Now the preparing of compost from biodegradable waste with the help of worm, especially red worm, it is called vermicomposting. Okay, it is very easy and useful. One activity is given here, how to make vermicompost. For this, you need a big container, a wooden box, kitchen mesh, newspaper, cardboard, red worm of course, and kitchen waste. Okay, so take the big container, that wooden box, make the hole on the base for ventilation that is comfortable for red worms. Now spread the kitchen mesh at the bottom of the box, shredded newspaper and rinse and soak them overnight. Then mix them with the soil, eggshell, tea or coffee bags. Do take care that do not use excess of water. Now take some red worm, spread them over the surface of bedding. Now switch on the light. Then what will happen? That light encourage the red worm to disappear from the surface quickly. When the worms are burrowed into the bedding, put the waste in the bedding and cover the sheet of clothes. Now red worm need food. Give them the waste generated by kitchen, that is fruit and vegetable peels. Do not use waste that may contain salt, pickles, oil or milk. Okay, and the waste and worm ratio should be 2:1. Now observe this content the box after a month. Vermicompost is ready to be used as a fertilizer for growing plants. Okay, as simple as that. You can make at a home also vermicompost. Only you need that kitchen waste and red worms. Next method is incineration. Incineration means burning the waste product. This method is mostly used in the big cities and towns because of the lack of vacant areas for land disposal. So burning of waste releases gases and solid particles that may harm human health. So moreover, it damages the property and kills plants. So that's all about the disposal of solid waste. Now what about disposal of liquid waste? First I will tell you what are liquid waste or what are the waste we considered as a liquid waste. Sewage. Sewage is the liquid waste. It is also called wastewater. It comes from home, factories, etc. It includes harmful chemicals and disease causing bacteria and also human feces. So most of the sewage flows into lake, ocean, rivers or streams, but it is treated at a plant before it goes into the water bodies. And untreated sewage looks dirty and smell foul. So in sewage treatment system, solid waste, harmful germs and smells are removed and the remaining water goes into the waterways. So basically two methods are there for this disposal of liquid waste. First is septic tanks, second is soak pit. In septic tanks, they are used for the disposal of domestic liquid waste. They are of concrete container which are buried underground at homes and buildings. Now sewage flows into the septic tanks through the pipe which connect the tank to the building. Now solid in the sewage sink at the bottom of the tank and liquid then flows from the tank into the street drains. Okay, it removes 60 to 70% of dissolved matters and the cleaning period of it 6 months to 3 years. Second one is soak pit. Some areas are not served by sewers, so soak pits are made. They are the method to dispose of wastewater. Same diagram. It is a pit in the ground filled with pebbles and brick pieces. Sewage flows into the soak pit through the pipe or drains and the water is absorbed into the ground. Okay. Now some agencies are there that are responsible for cleanliness. Mainly two, municipality and gram panchayat or village panchayat. So what are their work? Municipality, they are the bigger body to help people in town and cities. They look after the general health and cleanliness. It builds it builds road, bridges, drains, park in the town and maintains them. And they maintain the supply of clean drinking water, and electricity for street lighting. Now about Gram Panchayat, they look after the cleanness of the village. They dig wells, ponds to supply water for the villages, and they construct and maintain the roads and make the provision of lights on these roads. Okay, so these are the two agencies that are responsible for the cleanness: municipality and Gram Panchayat. Now the disposal of non-biodegradable waste such as glass bottle, plastic cans, polythene, soft drinks, bottles of soft drinks poses a big problem. So what should we do? We can manage non-biodegradable waste by the concept of 3Rs. That 3R refers for reduce, reuse and recycle. First is reduce. We can reduce the waste by consuming and throwing away less. Today, disposal items, ball pen, polythene bag, mineral bottles, etc. have become very popular and people use frequently without thinking their hazardous effects. So we can reduce it by avoiding use of polythene bags, use cloth or jute bag in place of plastic, using fountain pen in place of ball pens, and use the resources economically. By using these methods, we can reduce the non-biodegradable waste. Second one is reuse. We can reuse certain things more than one purpose. Like we can give old books to juniors, we can reuse plastic and glass bottle of soft drinks for storing water. We can donate old mobile phones to friends who are needy. We can reuse old clothes by making other usable items like cushion covers, handkerchief, etc. from them. Next is about recycling. It is a process of getting materials from waste that can be reused, like glass, wood, fiber from paper products. They can be recycled and used again. For example, recycled aluminum can be used to make new cans, or recycled iron is used for making screw, nails, paper clip. Many a times you must have seen your parents selling waste magazines, newspapers, glass bottles, iron cans and plastic cans to the hawkers, kabadi wala. So do you know how do hawkers do of these waste materials, or what they do with it? Hawkers purchase these waste materials and sell to the factories, which recycle the waste material at higher rates. Okay. Now what are the advantages of recycling? What is the use of this? Recycling waste material save landfill space, obviously. Many cities are failing storage of places to dispose of their wastes. So many landfills are being closed because they are causing pollution. Recycling serves natural resources that would be used to make totally new products. For example, recycling of paper. They save trees. Hundreds of thousands of trees could be saved if all newspapers were recycled. Now about metals like iron, aluminium, copper, they are used in making utensils, and these metals are found in nature. So they are dug out from the earth. Recycling of metals reduce the amount of minerals that have to be dug out. Next one is recycling helps to reduce pollution that may cause by disposing of various waste. Example, old batteries, paint, motor oil that contain poisonous substance, and improper disposal of these substances may cause contamination of water. Okay. Now we will talk about plastic. Plastic is a boon or a curse? Plastic is an invention of man and it is a material created and extensively used by him. It is a synthetic or semi-synthetic material. It is available in various shape and thickness. So unique property of it can be mold. Plastic is useful in many ways as well as a material of disadvantage of mankind. It is a great use of day-to-day life, but it cannot be destroyed no matter what effort are made. So first we will talk about the plastic as a boon. It is a boon to a mankind. It has proved to be very useful in all walk of life. Used to carry bags, to carry things, easily available as well as cheap. It has become the necessity of our lives. And early bags made out of cotton and jute were used, but when the invention of plastics, these bags were replaced by the plastic bags as they look good. So we are surrounded by plastic everywhere. Plastic bottle, plastic chair, plastic toys, plastic pens. So are used by all. In kitchen also we use plastic container as they are easy to handle, quick to wash. Good quality of plastic are unbreakable and are used in manufacture of various articles like television, tape recorder, computer. So we say that the plastic is as a boon, but they have the negative effects also. Plastic as a curse. It is very harmful to our health. It cannot be destroyed easily. If we decompose or dispose it in the soil loses its fertility. Water will become polluted and disease prone if plastic is dumped into it. Only if it is burned. Even after burning, its physical form gets destroyed, but it is still in the gaseous form. So it takes the form of some dangerous gases when it is burned and thereby polluting the environment. So due to it, global warming has been increasing. Okay. So what can we do to minimize the use of plastic or to deal with garbage? There are the several methods which we can use or ways to use less plastic. We make a minimum use of plastic bags. We reuse the bags whenever it is possible without any adverse effect. We insist shopkeeper to use paper bag. We carry cloth or jute bag when we go out for shopping. We do not use plastic bag to store eatable things. We do not throw plastic bags here and there after use. We never burn plastic bags and other plastic items. We do not put garbage in plastic bags and throw it away. We use vermicomposting at home and to deal with our kitchen waste usefully. We recycle paper. We use both sides of paper to write. We use slate for rough work. We use blank sheet of paper left in our notebook for rough work. We make our family, friends and other follow proper practices for disposing different wastes. We can use stainless water bottle and keep buying bottled water and stop buying these plastic bottles. Okay. So most important point to know and think is about that the more garbage we generate, the more difficult it will be to get rid of. So this is about the chapter. We discussed that about the garbage, waste material, especially household wastage. They are of two types, biodegradable and non-biodegradable. What are the methods for the disposal of biodegradable material, garbage, landfills, burning or composting, and methods for disposal of non-biodegradable garbage, that is 3Rs, reduce, reuse and recycle. Okay, so I hope you all get it very well. Thank you.